Hello, my name is Katie Anderson, and I wanted to give you my video proposal. I wanted to start off with a bit of a history lesson by saying that since Earth has been created, the consumption of materials has been essential for all life that has ever existed. For example, bacterial cells initiated photosynthesis in the brand new oceans on Earth by using water at which they were immersed in to be a reducing agent. From there, plants started to flourish into forests and were able to grow up high because they found nutrients in the soil that they were rooted in. And there were also insects that were some of the early consumers that obtained energy from plants, living or dying. And then there were reptiles, as small as a gecko and as enormous as a Tyrannosaurus rex, that would dominate the food chain. Throughout the evolutionary process, many different species have ruled as the top of the food chain. However, every organism before the human species has evolved in order to obtain food in their given area. They've adapted to what's been around them. Humans are the only species that have not. They have found ways to unnaturally evolve nature in order to fit their needs. There are many different factors that support this argument that I would like to highlight in this video. My first one is that humans selectively breed agricultural plants to have desirable characteristics that best work for human food consumption. So many common fruits and vegetables that are found throughout the world today don't share any similar features actually to their ancestors. For instance, the natural or ancestral peach was 64% smaller than it is today. And humans have made it that way through thousands of years of perfecting the size, color, taste, smell, longevity of the fruits and vegetables in order to increase their experience with food and make it easier for them to eat. So many of these changes humans have instilled on plants are not changes that the plants would have made naturally because it's not an adaptation they would have made for their environment. It's an adaptation for humans to eat. So in this part of my video, I want it to be very informative. This is a piece that I would like to convey to viewers that humans alter and especially accelerate the evolutionary process of plants. My next point is about how humans basically perform a similar technique on animals too. I think it's imperative to know that humans really have perfected a similar technique with animals by making them dependent on humans. So all of this newfound care for cows, which is like providing basic nutrition and antibiotics and blankets even when it's cold outside, has increased their production and quality of food with the cows and through like milk and beef. They're more comfortable, the more comfortable the cows feel in their environment, the more milk they will produce. So as a result, humans have fully domesticated cows and various other animals like chickens and other things, and selectively bred them in order to make them resistant to disease, have better temperament towards humans, and various other phenotypic qualities that humans want the animals to possess but wouldn't come naturally for the animals through evolution. So the vast majority of farm animals are now bred to be dependent on humans, and without humans, these animals, just like cows, would not be able to survive in natural weather events, travel terrain, or obtain resources for their basic needs unless they have humans to support them. And I think this is an important factor for audiences to hear in this video because the general public need to know that cows and other farm animals are not meant to be these large gluttonous creatures with their sole purpose on earth to be killed for their meat or for milk to dry for their dairy. My third point goes into GMOs, which I think is very almost like hot topic nowadays. So I think it's important to be highlighted in my video. I think it's important for viewers to know that humans are not only increasing in size, but also increasing their chances of developing diabetes, heart disease, cancer, gastrointestinal issues, and so many other health issues. And it may not be because of GMOs, but GMOs basically aren't natural and could lead to other problems that include those health problems. Many people believe that GMOs were like the first attempt to change the characteristics of genetic makeup of living organisms. But I don't believe that. Since the time that humans have been on Earth, we have been modifying the characteristics of all foods. It was through selective breeding that we're picking out genes that show the characteristics, but we're not cutting them directly, but we're breeding them, so then that happens throughout many centuries. And this portion of the video would truly resonate with a lot of viewers because GMOs are a daily debate and concern in the news and politics, the food industry, and it relates to every person that goes to the grocery store. My final point touches on biotechnology. Because biotechnology is a part of all food consumption. Humans have been able to increase efficiency in agriculture and decrease the number of farms needed for food consumption. So today there's a decrease in the number of small farms around the world, but an increase in a large-scale corporate farms. This is because biotechnology has allowed farms to increase in size and efficiency of farms. So seeds are now able to withstand drought, floods, temperature changes, new environments, and the pesticides prevent the insects from destroying harvest season. And I want this part of the video to serve as a realization for people who have never thought of how technology has changed every aspect of food. And this has all happened in the last 50 years, if not less. So to wrap all this up, living beings of all shapes and sizes and levels of the food chain have spent their lives and ancestry fitting to the environment that they're in, or finding a new place that they work in, or just going extinct. Humans chose another option. We change everything around us to fit our needs instead of us changing to fit the environment. My video would be an entirely new perspective on the food industry and human evolution. The goal of this video is to have audiences take a step back and realize how humans have changed other living organisms that share this planet with us, and for all in the means of food consumption. Thank you.